Welcome to Learning Plan 12, Ethical Issues in Group Work. For this learning plan, you're going to read Chapter 12 in your textbook, look through the Chapter 12 PowerPoint, review key terms for Chapter 12. You're going to watch Oprah Winfrey. Yes, you're doing this for class. You're going to post case study responses to Learning Plan 12 and also participate in this discussion board. Please pay attention that you're going to submit your book report in this learning plan. Let's talk about ethical issues in work group. You need to grasp key ethical aspects in the training and supervision of group leaders. Group work is complex. I have run many a group in my time. You definitely need good supervision, and your supervisor can help you so much. Clarify what you need to work on to be a better counselor, and also clarify what you're doing well, because it's hard to tell sometimes you have so many people in a group. Explain ethical issues and diversity training for group workers. You need to be able to describe guidelines for multicultural and social justice competence in group work. You need to understand there's ethical considerations involved in co-leadership of groups. What if you have two different styles? How can you mesh that? I've seen that go really well in groups, and I've seen it not go as well. So that's something to think about. Discuss ethical issues in forming a group. How do you select a group members? How do you screen a group member? You need to clarify ethical issues in working with involuntary group members. I've done that quite a lot when people would be mandated, court-ordered to AODA training. They're not very happy at the beginning, and it may change the dynamic of your group if you have some voluntary and some involuntary group members. You need to delineate some psychological risks involved in group participation, understand the role and also limitations of confidentiality in groups. You're going to have them all agree to keep things confidential, but you don't go home with them. You don't go in the community with them. There are limitations when you have group members, to confidentiality rather, when you have group membership. You need to be able to summarize privacy and confidentiality issues involved with social media and group work. What if some of your group members post to Facebook what group they're in and who's in it? I've seen that happen. You know, what should happen and what are the ethical considerations? Describe what is involved in ethical and effective termination in group work, and differentiate between evidence-based practice and practice-based evidence in group work. Sounds confusing, but it's not. Once again, do the self-inventory. I think it's important to pay attention that there's some great case studies here. Put yourself in their shoes. Practice being the counselor. Really think through this because it's important. I've done a lot of group work in the field, and it sure was complex when I first started, and it was still complex when I was doing group work. Group workers are much needed in our field, and there's just a lot of ethical issues that go along with it. Informed consent, screening and selecting group members, preparing group members for a meaningful group experience, rather than just a group they show up to because they have to. It's a wonderful thing to see group members think, I hate groups, I don't want to be a part of a group, and kind of turning that corner and deciding, wow, this really helped me. These people had similar experiences to me, and I really learned. So I'm very passionate about group work and think it can really help a lot of people, but it is complex and difficult to do, especially at first. I hope you learned a lot in Learning Plan 12. Please contact me if you have questions and/or concerns.